Hey again, it's Lisa here with your Monday message. One of the things that I do in my spare time is listen to astrologers and psychics and tarot readers on YouTube. It's kind of my passion, actually, to see what's going on from a different perspective than my own. And back in January, really a little bit before January, the astrologers were all talking about this big planetary conflagration that was going to come at the end of January, and that it would change everything. And one astrologer said it would change things on a level the way 9/11 did. And he wasn't saying it would be another 9/11, but he was saying the change, how like in that instant everything changed in the world, and especially obviously here for us in the US after that event. And he likened it to that, something that would be very big. And I had heard many different astrologers say things, but this one astrologer, he's a bit doom and gloom for me, but here's the thing. He just lays it out clearly and plainly. And he always apologizes for giving what he considers to be bad news. But you know, you have to call what you see. You have to say what you see, and you can't pretty it up, or else otherwise no one will really understand what you're saying. There are astrologers who do kind of, I don't know, filter it a little bit to be less in your face. This gentleman does that. He puts it right in your face. So, yeah, I'm getting that same feeling again. And sure enough, looking at the astrologers, and that gentleman in particular, his name is Robert Cosmar, Astrology of Life YouTube channel. Yes, another event is coming, as if we don't need more on top of a friggin' pandemic, riots, racial injustice looming large in our face, but unemployment, like, let's just bring on something more. I mean, you know, may as well just get it all over with, right? But something is coming. There's a full eclipse of the sun somewhere around the solstice, I think, right before or after the solstice, which is June 21st. So something is coming. So Melissa, my business partner, and I were talking about brace yourself. She says she keeps getting those words, brace yourself. And I said to her, what does that mean? Like, what does it really mean to brace yourself, right? And when we think of a brace, you know, you think of something that holds you upright or protects you. You know, a seatbelt is a brace. Brace yourself. So that means connect with something that can hold you steady when everything starts going kaflooey. So consider this my suggestion to you, to brace yourself. And we don't know what's coming. We have no idea. Another astrologer, Denise Siegel, has talked about the stock market going to hell somewhere between July 24th and August 16th. I think she said those were the dates. And so economically, that might be part of it. There might be another big COVID outbreak. There might be something entirely off the radar that we can't see right now. But something is coming, okay? So when I say to you, all right, brace yourselves, or as Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks show always goes, brace for impact. Okay, brace for impact, which means steady yourself against something. Look now, look around you now, and think about, how do you really hold on to yourself in times of turbulence? How do you keep yourself calm? How do you not lose it completely in the middle of chaos? Do you have friends that you can talk to that keep you grounded? Speaking of grounding, do you have grounding processes that help you connect in deeply with the earth, so that you remember why you're here in the physical? And just to go on a sideways jaunt down Wooville, your soul knew that you would be part of this time, this change, this revolution. Your soul knew, and you volunteered for it. You said, I want to be part of that. And whatever way you choose to be part of that is fine. And that can be a witness, that can be out protesting on the street, that can be really any way that your soul guides you to do. Okay, back into practical. So what is it that you lean on and hold you upright in times of turmoil? I want you to give some thought to that. Look how bossy I'm being. Give some thought to that. But just start thinking about what is that. You know, this happened for me right before, probably 3 months before Prince died. And I talk about that in my Prince videos. But I was working with a coach at the time, and I think in February, she said my guides had a message for me to remain upright. Remain upright. And it was like, oh my God, who's going to die? What's going to happen? Like I went off down the road I normally go to. And they said, no, nobody in your, relative circle is going to die. Your pets are fine. Everything's fine. Just remain upright. And they gave me a vision of a table, with 4 legs that were solid legs. And I remember thinking, like, I don't even know what the hell this is about. Like, what? And then April came and Prince died, and my world changed. And it wasn't until about 3 weeks later that I had the clarity, 3 weeks after Prince died, that I had the clarity to understand that this is what my guides were talking about. Because my world was never the same. It was better, but it was more challenging too. But my world was never the same. So maybe when you think about what you brace yourself against, could be the image of a table. Who are your 4 legs? What are your 4 legs? They could be your home and your family and your work that you do in the world and your inner world. I don't know what your 4, I don't even know what my 4 are. Right? My husband is very solid, I have to say. He is as grounded as I am woo. And so he holds the grounding for me when sometimes I just want to fly off. And I lift him up when sometimes he has a little bit of trouble, skimming along on the ground there. So what are the 4 legs of your table, your Brace for Impact table? And in addition to this, I want you to do, I'm bossy again. I'm sorry, as a child I was very bossy. I'm probably still like that. What I would suggest, is that nicer? What I would suggest is that you start again putting love out into the universe. I asked my community to do this back in January and February, and I'm getting the guidance to ask for that again. All you have to do is just send love, just send the intention of love. I talked in a couple of videos ago about how I add my love every night. I add more of my love into the stream that circles the earth. So add your love in, add your compassion, add your generosity of spirit, whatever you feel drawn to add into that beautiful energy that circles the earth. Because we're going to need it, whether something traumatic happens or not. This will be a very difficult year for many of us, what with presidential elections and people being out of work, and I don't need to tell you, It'll be a difficult year for all of us. So anything that you can do to add your love into the stream, the universe would gladly accept and make very good use of. So I'll talk more about this as I'm getting information from the astrologers and the psychics and all of the wonderful people that I look to bring some clarity to what's going on. I have to say that I will tell you, except for astrology, I don't know how to read those energies. I don't know, like when Pluto's in the 7th house, this can occur. I don't know that, which is odd because it's all about pattern recognition, and I'm really good with pattern recognition, so maybe I missed my opportunity. Anyway, the intuitives and the tarot readers that I listen to, I already know what they're saying. And I tend to think that is, well, like, isn't that common knowledge? Hello? No, I guess it's not. And I'm thankful that I have that ability, but I often wonder, like, why am I watching this when I already know it? But sometimes it just really affirms what I know to be true. and then I share it with you guys in the way that I can, as they share it with their community. I'll put a list below of some of the astrologers, and there are 2 astrologers I look at often, and the tarot readers. I have probably 3 tarot readers that over the years I have found them to be very grounded and accurate. There's one woman on here, her name is Linda G, the Comanche Psychic. Linda's hilarious. I do think that she has she's connected in beautifully, but she cracks me up because it's just like she sits down at her kitchen table and talks to everybody, and she's got a huge following. And I think it's really just because she's real. She's very real. She doesn't make it into some mystical crystal ball kind of thing. She just says what her guides have shared with her to offer people. And a lot of people find comfort in knowing that somebody's connected up. And, you know, I think that's a beautiful thing. Her guides asked her, I guess a couple years ago, to create the YouTube channel to bring people comfort. And she really has. She's done a beautiful job with it. It just cracks me up that she's like, you know, your mother, your sister just sitting at the kitchen table playing with tarot cards. She holds up a card, you can't even see it. She's like, this, see? And then she like puts it away. And I'm like, I didn't even get a chance to see what it was. But she doesn't use tarot in the traditional way. So anyway, let me bring this back to you. So brace for impact. I don't know what impact's going to look like. I don't know what bracing looks like for you. You do. So whatever way you can support yourself, nurture yourself, bring yourself to that beautiful centered space, start thinking about that now. Start looking at how you're going to do that and how you're going to help others do that. If that's something that you do, if you help others in whatever way, know that you are probably their brace. So how do you be your own brace, and how do you fill yourself up enough to be the brace for someone else? And again, I will share more with you as I get it, as I learn it, and we'll all go through this together, and we'll hold hands and we'll get through it. We will absolutely, I have no doubt, we will get through this, and we will all grow as a result, and we'll be on the other side of it, different people, but in a good way, in a good way. All right, that's it for today. I will talk to you soon. Bye.